On the real, these 3 things changed my life. They will change your life, but you gotta be willing to do it. A YouTube video in and of itself ain't enough. And with that being said, let's dive in. This first piece is probably the biggest piece. So many of us have the capability to do this, but we allow other people's projections and expectations and guilt and shame override this internal guidance system that we all have, and it is our discernment. But if you allow discernment to guide you, this will change your life, it will change motherhood, and you'll be modeling something so much bigger and powerful for your children and their children to come. Here's the thing about discernment. When we are heavily conditioned and we're used to operating a certain way because we are rewarded for operating that way, discernment feels like a tickle. Maybe even not that strong. It's just this quick hit of like, I don't know about that. But we don't actually take time to sit with it and investigate that feeling. We logic our way out of that body wisdom, out of that gut or intuitive hit that we have that says, this ain't for us. There's another way of doing it. We're desensitized from that internal guidance system because we're used to using our mind to override this ancient wisdom that we hold. I believe that every experience we have in life, from the time we were little kids to now, is really just an opportunity for us to expand our capacity to discern with greater accuracy. We are all unique souls and we all have very different values and priorities, but what happens is we get lumped into society's expectation box and we become conditioned and we trade our soul needs and desires for acceptance and love and you are worthy stickers. So we've got to become more conscious about when this thing gets to come on and make a decision and when we're going to allow that innate and internal guidance system to actually show us a greater truth. And again, we've got to be courageous enough, we've got to be brave enough to follow that. And to be completely honest, it may take you a while. You may say, heck yeah, let's do it, I'm here for it. And then it gets a little scary or someone doesn't like you or, you're deemed a weirdo. And then you're going to move back to conditioning because that's what feels safe. But I promise you'll get to a point where you're like, I don't care. I just don't care. This life is too short and I'm gonna do what my soul is pulling me to do. I'm gonna raise my kids the way that I feel is best. Everyone else, I love you. Thank you for your opinions, but they are not welcome here. Second way of doing motherhood that's going to change the game for you is to clarify. So here's the deal. Discernment leads to clarity. When we become more in tune with that innate guidance system and we start to feel the pings of this is for me, this ain't for me, this is for me, this ain't for me, what happens is we're able to clarify what it is we truly value, what it is we want to prioritize in this lifetime, what it is we're being pulled towards. That clarity can't really come fully online until we increase our ability to discern. Once we're clear about what we want, we get to actually move in alignment with it and integrate those desires and those priorities and values in our day-to-day life. The third way of being that's going to transform your life, especially in motherhood, is shed. Okay, so I've moved through discernment, I've moved through clarify, and now we're at shed. And what's beautiful about this process I'm walking you through is that these are part of the 5 tenets to my Raising the Conscious brand. This is what I support mothers in to help us raise soul-aligned and heart-centered children because it first starts with us. So this is our process. This is our process of being in soul alignment so we can model and pave the path for our children and future generations. So the third tenet is shed. So once we have discerned what's for us, what's not for us, once we've clarified our priorities and our values, we've got to be willing to let go of everything that doesn't serve us anymore. We've got to be willing to shed the layers and the mask that we wore for so many years to fit in, to feel worthy, to be celebrated and loved. You've got to let it go because you can't have both. You can't be in alignment with all the things you really want in this lifetime while holding on to something that is completely inauthentic to feel safe or worthy or valued. They don't match. So you gotta be willing to shed. You gotta be willing to let go of the expectations. You gotta be willing to let go of the guilt or the shame, because guess what? That is not your weight to carry. And I'm not saying this is cakewalk. It's taken years and years and years of this intentional work. And there are layers and layers. You get through one layer and then guess what? You're up to the next level, and it's a little bit more difficult. But this refinement process is really gonna have you living a life of joy, alignment, happiness, and what's most important about that is that your children see that that's also safe for them, that they can be who they truly are in this world and be successful and be happy and have people who love them for them, not for what they think they are or what they can get from you. This is the new earth. This is the new way. This is the new paradigm. This is raising the conscious. These are the keys, my friends. These are the keys. And for those of you who feel this and you're like, I need more of this, I have a masterclass called Lighthouse. It's pre-recorded. You get to move with it at your pace, your time. You get lifetime access, but we're diving into all 5 tenets so much more deeply, and it's going to shift the way you see yourself as a mother. That is the core of that masterclass. I want you to see yourself differently. I want you to really feel ready to lead a life that's authentic, that's soul aligned, that's heart centered, and that shines a light on your gifts and your powers. Because again, it's not just about us. It's about our kids. It's about the future. And we've got to have the bravery. We've got to have the courage to do this first. This is the work. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I hope you found this video helpful. I am sending you so much love, and I will catch you in the next one.